Side projects are an interesting thing. For those of you who watch this channel frequently, you may know how I get distracted by these side projects and that this channel suffers for it. But for those who don't, the quick and dirty, I guess semi-quick backstory here is that this channel, I had made it my kind of main project for a bit, and growth was steady and actually pretty good, but I did get distracted. No, yes, I started thinking about a novel series that I had been working on kind of off and on for the past 10 years. The problem is one of my side projects was taking up a lot of my, for a lack of better term, just like thought process space, my bandwidth. And I kept thinking about the RPG, but every once in a while I'd have these little moments where I'm like, oh, this would be a good thing for the novel series. So to me, the novel series kind of takes priority over the RPG. It's more important to me. But I'm already working on the RPG. I'm enjoying it. I think people are going to really like it. And is Ruptured Moon. So I think people are really going to like this. And by the time that I kind of came to the conclusion that I really need to start focusing on the novel series, I was already well over halfway into making Ruptured Moon, which meant to me that I need to finish, right? I'm done starting projects and not finishing them. I've done that a lot of times throughout my life. So I'm starting projects, I'm finishing them. And what I decided to do was, in order to expedite the novel series to be kind of brought to as my primary project, I needed to get through with a couple of side projects of mine. And I am working on that. The RPG is not the only side project that I had going, and is still not the only side project I have going now, although the RPG has become my primary project in an effort to kind of get it done faster. I've been working on it for about 1.5 years, which might seem like a long time, except I am also doing it entirely on my own. All of the game mechanics, the writing and the artwork, all of that so far has been kind of on my own. And I'm so excited that in the next couple of months, in January and February, we're going to be doing play tests with a group that have given me insight in the creation of this anyway. And so it's going to be really great to see their input on this. Changes I will make according to what they how they feel about it, because their input is very important to me. And I should hopefully have it ready to be released by March, but we'll see. It might take a little bit longer than that. The artwork is a slow process for me. I'm kind of, as I've mentioned in a previous video, I'm like relearning how to draw, and it's something that I used to do quite frequently back in the day, but I, for the most part, stopped drawing and doing illustrations over 10 years ago. So, yeah, got to get back into the swing of things there. Anyway, around somewhere in the beginning of this year, I had switched this channel from being my primary project to my secondary project in order to make the RPG my primary project. And this has done wonders for the RPG. I've gotten it so much done and added to it that I even didn't think that I was going to add to it. The amount of depth and breadth that it has is beyond my original intentions, and I'm happy for it. That said, this channel has suffered as a consequence because I haven't been able to put the time into it that it deserves, and yeah, it's definitely shown. And even looking at the analytics, things have gone down. I still haven't quite gotten back to where I was at the beginning of the year, so I'm close. Though it's been a recovery process for sure, and I thank you all, because without you, that literally doesn't happen. But I feel like this is actually a good thing, though, because while I'm producing less videos for the channel and kind of than ever before, or for a long time anyway, I think it's going to be a good thing, because it's going to mean that the videos that I do make are ones that I actually care about, and ones that I more or less have a more concrete idea of what I'm going to say. Some of my past videos have been, crap, I've got to come up with something. This. Mainly because I felt like I'm on a deadline. I'm doing one every week, at the time anyway, a video every week. Coming up with something new was exhausting and definitely did not always result in the best. So I feel like continuing on this path, it's still going to be okay. The quality of my videos, I think, will go up. And I am working on other things too for the channel. As you know, the interviews. And in addition to that, I do have a couple of, not tutorials necessarily, but something along those lines, photography related, video production related, that I will be doing. I'm just going to kind of finalize what all of that is, coming sometime soon. Yeah. Side projects, though, great. I think one of the most interesting things about having a side project, besides the fact that, at least for me, they typically tend to shift into the primary project, like become a primary project, rather. One thing I find interesting is that I get a lot of inspiration for my primary project in my side projects. So, while the RPG was my side project, I got a lot of ideas for my novel series. I got some ideas for this channel, and even though I didn't necessarily do a lot here for it, it was kind of how my side projects synergized with each other at that time. But right now, definitely side projects of mine are giving me inspiration for the RPG series, and that's been phenomenal. So I guess having side projects is something you should do. And again, it's not necessarily that they're all kind of money-making. Side projects can be hobbies, and just anything you are doing that is really, I guess, creative or constructive, because building anything, I think, or working on a new skill, any of that stuff, right? Like learning a language, I consider to be a side project, unless it becomes your primary project, right? If you want to do it for a career path or something like that, or you want to do it because you're trying to move to another country or something along those lines, then I would consider it your primary goal at that point in time, maybe. So, I don't know, keep that in mind. I don't know where I was going with this video exactly, and I really just wanted to talk a little bit about how my side projects have evolved and changed a little bit, and kind of touch on that stuff with you. But I guess I'm curious to see what side projects you've had that have influenced your primary project. If you don't have any side projects, what other hobbies? Like, for example, have you gotten inspiration from watching movies, or playing a game, or just walking around and looking at architecture? Like, what inspires you to do the work that you do that is not that work itself, right? Like, if you're a photographer, for example, what inspirations have you had that are not just photography? And I know Daniel Norton touched on this a little bit in a video of his, and yeah, I want to hear that kind of stuff as well. So yeah, let me know about that stuff. And keep in mind, side projects in general, overall good. The big negative that I've noticed having too many side projects has resulted in me having really spread out my time. So certain things take a lot longer than you would anticipate. So anyway, that's, I guess, all I have for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, everyone.